What's good, everybody? Hope all of you are doing great. Now listen to this. It looks like Tyrese Gibson is ready to bring all the smoke straight to Joe Budden after getting clowned over his Verzuz performance. Now hold up, because just a few days ago we got Tank versus Tyrese in a Verzuz matchup. And I'm not gonna lie, that battle was actually fire, super entertaining from start to finish. The fans were definitely rocking it heavily. But let's keep it real. Everybody already knew Tank took that win. Tank just came in with stronger hits, a cleaner performance, and overall better control of the stage. And let's be honest, the biggest talking point? Tank wasn't up there rocking a wild turtleneck like that. Seriously though, did anybody ever figure out why Tyrese pulled up in that turtleneck that night?
Off you got a suede lapel, but you still got on that turtleneck. You recycle that turtleneck. You should take off that turtleneck. Anytime you feel like a takeoff, that turtleneck, you gon' suffocate in this verses. Turtleneck. Don't suffocate in this verses. Turtleneck. Don't suffocate in this verses. Turtleneck. Oh, don't suffocate in this verses. Turtleneck.
Now hold up. Even after taking that L, Tyrese Gibson still walked away feeling like he actually won that Verzuz.
I'm independent because I won. Stream the Beautiful Pain album right now. Because you won. Go to Tyrese.tv and buy and support my vinyls.
Listen to what he's saying. Please go get it out. For the love of God. Please go get this.
Well, I listened to this, the latest episode of the Joe Budden podcast, episode 915. Even though Tyrese Gibson had pulled up on his show a few years back, Joe Budden showed zero mercy. Joe didn't just joke about Tyrese either. Nah, he really went all the way in on him for catching that L.
I forgot to come in here the last pod and say, hey, I think that Tank is going to completely put belt to ass on Tyrese. And I wouldn't have been saying that because I spoke to Tank. Tyrese is coming off of Transformers, Fast and Furious, some other big franchise. So in the group,
He the alpha in the group.
yeah, well, that's where the fight is.
Yes.
You are the star on some movie star shit, and you have the most money. You may not be the most talented, but you have the biggest hits.
Right.
But you're in the group with, and I felt for Tank, because I'm looking at Tyrese be a nut on stage, and you know Genuine is a nut on stage. Can you imagine being in a group with two fucking nuts?
One drunk.
Like, I felt for Tank.
I felt for Tyrese though when Tank started talking about he can't sell hard tickets. I felt like his soul left his body.
That's where I was getting to. So in 2014, movie star, you got this, you got the bigger hits. It's nothing for Tank to do but kind of be humble. Not so much today. We done kind of forgot about Fast and Furious. That money is spent. Transformers is over.
Yeah.
So when he said, yo, that movie shit, you can't tour, and you don't tour, and you don't have hard tickets, those snaps wouldn't have worked in 2013.
Right.
Yeah.
Today, boy, they hit hard. And you could tell that Tyrese is a bit insecure. His performance just came off. He seemed more insecure than I've ever seen him before.
Yes.
One. And two, I don't know why these artists that do verses, don't seem to be familiar with their catalog either.
Yeah, they don't know their own.
I don't know what the fuck Tyrese was up there playing. And I'm a Tyrese fan. I got all the albums. Some of them shits, I'm like, yo, dog, if you playing features, why are you not doing Best Man? Best Man is a song that people know that it's respected.
That's true.
It takes you on a ride, takes you to the movie. Do Best Man. Why are we not doing Signs of Lovemaking?
That's crazy.
I had that as a guaranteed point damn near for Tyrese whenever it came on. And he skipped it.
He waited too long to perform it.
He didn't perform it.
I thought I heard it.
You did not hear Signs of
He
Lovemaking.
said the Zodiac signs. I thought.
No, he performed it.
He didn't.
I didn't hear it.
Oh,
That is fire.
Let me tell
Sorry.
you something. If it wasn't contentious, that's fire. You could tell anybody watching that there was a little bit of tension and friction. The second you would have for the next nigga, pew, I wouldn't have paid them niggas.
Tyrese is
Funny as shit.
I don't know what math Tyrese be doing, but we got to get rid of the you performing in hotel lobbies as an insult.
You could tell.
And Tank flipped it on some, no, I perform wherever the fans are. Right. He answered that perfectly. First of all, Tank is always on the road. He's on the road. Everything Imani just said is true. He just came off the road. We just seen him in DC, karaoke, and all that shit. So he's on the fucking road, one. Two, they not small places. They 3,000, 3,500 amp you fucking theaters that city to city he's selling out. I don't know why Tyrese
two and 3 nights in the same city.
See, Tyrese is unaware. He tried to clown that shirt that Tank was wearing. It's the chrome heart, that look. My mom hit me and said, this shirt is too big. I said, by the end of this, he won't have a shirt on. But he didn't have to take his shirt off. He didn't break a sweat. This is why I knew Tyrese was losing. When he kept saying, what the fuck did he keep saying up there? Yeah, I don't normally perform this one. This one of these joints that my fans been asking me to perform for years.
Verzuz.
Right. Oh, so you either that or you are clear that you getting a foot up your ass, and now we just getting every disclaimer in the world.
This black top bag ain't gonna work.
Singing with me and not sing lead and not get a standout moment. You know what I'm saying? Like when you sing with Tyrese, you gotta let Tyrese do all the lead singing. When you sing with Tank, you get to sing lead.
Okay, that's nice. That gotta be nice. Okay, that's nice. That's dope. Well, listen, man, you did exactly what me and everybody up here thought you would do. Belt to absolute ass. But I mean, R&B wins at the end of the day. TGT fans win at the end of the day. So that was really good to see. Proud of both of you brothers for just making my night that much more enjoyable and memorable. Thank you for that.
Come on, man. Y'all having the conversation, man, was more than enough for me, man, because we value when our brothers feel something. Platforms like yours, man, do great things, and you got the voice that people are tuning into and listening to, and just you guys having that conversation.
All right, hold up. Today, Tyrese Gibson basically said, forget it. If you're gonna clown me, I'm coming right back at you. And just like that, Tyrese fired straight at Joe Budden with zero hesitation. He came in talking spicy, saying, you speak podcast, I speak headliner energy. I feel like you low-key started disliking me because none of those slick shots you tried during my last interview actually landed. Think about that for a second. The moment I sat down, the first move you made was throwing random shade at the Breakfast Club and even Jesus. And I'm like, okay, Tyrese, I see the play, divide and conquer, right? But there's nothing worse than trying to outsmart somebody sharp and ending up getting embarrassed on your own platform. I just didn't think it would escalate to this level. I'm actually out in NYC this week, so don't just talk about me, Joe. Come talk to me directly. I'm always down for a real conversation, face to face. I already know you're riding with Tank, and honestly, I don't even care if you're ever Team Tyrese again. Yeah, you love R&B heavy, but let's be real, you're still a rapper hosting a podcast who can't hold a single note. So listen, Mr. Open-Toe Flip-Flop Joe Budden, if you're really about it, bring me back to the show. I'm ready for a real R&B conversation anytime. And yeah, here comes the plug, I'm on Patreon now too. Let's run this interview back for the culture. You already see the numbers going up, don't you, Joe? And until you invite me back, you are officially banned from playing my music on any of your playlists. Also, shout out to my light-skinned Capricorn brother still sitting on your show.
You fire, you that. But you can't sing backgrounds for Tank.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
If you are there hired to sing backgrounds for Tyrese, and Tyrese is the person who's competing against him, you can't decide to now start singing background for Tank and help him on his set. That's whack.
That ain't even what happened. So let's set the record straight. Tank gonna tell you.
No, here's how it all started. I was like, we should use background singers. He's like, yeah, let's share background singers. I was like, okay, cool. I'll put a dope crew together, and we'll go from there. And he was like, well, you know, I need Kenyon Dixon because he's my guy. And I said, you know what? Let me grab Kenyon because that's my man too. Kenyon, I need you in here so Tyrese can be comfortable, but you're doing backgrounds for both of us. Kenyon is a solo artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a real solo artist on the road, touring, all of these things. And there was no way I was going to have Kenyon singing with me and not sing lead.
Which is kind of wild when you think about it, because everybody knows if you go against Mr. King Open-Toe Flip-Flop R&B himself, Joe Budden, a little too often,
yeah, you might be looking for a new job real quick. Like seriously, where did Melissa Ford disappear all of a sudden? But hey, come on Tyrese, relax for a second, brother. You ain't gotta take it all the way there. Then Tyrese doubles down like, I don't bother nobody, and this ain't no joke, I'm dead serious. He basically said if Joe doesn't call Mona Scott Young and lock in that interview, then it's clear he'd rather keep talking about him instead of to him. And according to Tyrese, that's not manly, that's straight gossip behavior. Then he added another jab, saying Joe doesn't even let people tag him on Instagram anymore. Now hold up, I might be wrong, but if you can't tag somebody on IG, doesn't that usually mean you got blocked? Either way though, Tyrese, I'm not even mad at the response. I see exactly what you're doing here. You just launched that Patreon and now you're trying to bring traffic over there. And let's be real, what better way to do that than to go at the guy dominating Patreon and hip-hop right now, which is Joe Budden. But let's not act like Joe was the only one criticizing Tyrese's Verzuz performance. I saw plenty of people online saying way crazier stuff about Tyrese Gibson. That said, I do think it's only fair for Joe to bring Tyrese onto the podcast. If you can call Tank onto the show, then Tyrese deserves that same energy, or at least let him call in. At the end of the day, it would be great content and an even better conversation between two people who genuinely love R&B. Now I need to hear from y'all. What do you make of Tyrese going this hard at Joe over the Verzuz criticism? Do you think Tyrese went way too far, or is he just not built to take criticism? Appreciate you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.